What is going on, everybody? A happy Thursday to you out there. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. After a long week, look who's back here,
Ooh.
Mr. Ryan Happ.
Yeah, happy to be back.
Welcome back, buddy.
Thanks, I appreciate it. We're back on air. I know big thanks to Laura Lee for filling in and
Yes.
showing off some awesome meals, but so happy to be back. So happy to be back from my vacation, too, to the Boundary Waters.
Yes.
And I got to say, it's weird being back at work a little bit. You
Yeah.
go, oh, this is what my routine used to be.
Especially when you literally have no technology, no anything.
Yeah.
You're not looking at anything.
Yeah, I
you
got
know?
to tell you, I've been telling Hunter, ignorance is bliss. I had no idea what was happening in the world. It felt kind of nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when you come back, you get all these different messages. It's like, oh, I got to take care of some things.
It was kind of interesting, too, just having a phone once again. You go, gosh, this thing's bright and kind of annoying. Yeah. And then, even seeing Mary after a week, I'm like, oh, this is my fiance.
Yes.
You know? It's been a long time.
Did you forget how to speak English and everything?
A
You're
little
just
bit.
grunting and everything?
Man, I'm walking around the apartment, running into things. I'm like, I just had a wide open campsite. I don't have to worry about hitting my head on the freezer door or anything.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad to see you back, man. In one
Yeah.
piece, everything's good.
Yeah,
How did it all go?
It was good. Everything went well. We started at, for the folks who know where Clearwater Lodge is, we started up there on the Gunflint Trail. It's my buddy John, who we shared a canoe with. I also went with my friends Mike and Kevin. And I got to tell you, Clearwater Lake has some of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. We spent the majority of our time out on Little Caribou, the only campsite out on that precious lake. So it was a great, wonderful trip, certainly really relaxing. And also, I definitely learned a lot about fishing on this trip.
Yes.
I think I was able to cast a rod at my first trip 2 years ago. Cast a little bit on this last trip, never caught anything, but this time around I caught 2 bass and a northern.
Let's
so,
go.
Yeah, things were good.
You had another buddy, though, that caught quite a bit of bass, right?
Yeah.
Everything you put something in.
Yeah, my friend Mike, I think he said we were out there on Caribou Lake, which is known as a great fishing lake. I think Mike said he alone caught 10 plus northern in a span of 2 hours or so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then my buddy John, of course, caught 10 plus bass.
I've never had the pleasure of fishing in the Boundary Waters, and it's it must be pretty much almost untouched, except for the few that go there every single year.
Yeah.
So pretty cool to see all these fish and everything that's going on up there.
Plenty of fish, and I got to tell you, they were delicious too. We fried them up and had a great time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yum,
Our
yum.
buddy Kevin decided to bring tartar sauce. It could be single use only because as soon as you open, it's not going to be good. So for a big fish fry, he brought tartar sauce and then fresh lemon.
Oh,
so that was a big call.
Luxurious.
I know,
Yeah.
a couple
oh my
luxury
gosh.
items.
Just had a fish fillet, basically. That's awesome.
So it was certainly a lot of fun. I got to tell you, that area between, the lakes that Shania can pull up this map too. So we covered 35 miles of ground. So we started at the lodge there on the left. The Clearwater Lodge was a beautiful lodge, by the way. And we went clockwise all the way around through the Boundary Waters here at the border. And those top lakes, Canada is on the other side. So, but it's very mountainous, and there's a lot of palisades and just incredible views to take in. And we're very fortunate that the rain held off for the majority of that trip. But 35 miles of paddling and portaging does a lot on one's back.
Was there? I bet I can't even imagine what that feels like. Was there a lake that you didn't touch in the Boundary Waters? Looks like you covered basically all of them. Oh my gosh!
Isn't that incredible? How that is a very tiny section of everything.
It's so many lakes up there. It's unfathomable how many lakes are up there. But was it challenging, staying on pace? You have to be back at the lodge at a certain time. Was that ever tough at all?
I don't think so, because we had so many days out there. We actually got to our preferred destination on the second day. So it was 11 hours of traveling, and then about 5 or 6 hours of traveling the next day. And then probably 4 to get back to the lodge after that.
Okay, every day when you get to, your head hits the pillow and everything like that, are you just exhausted every single day?
My buddies were making fun of me because I was falling asleep every night by the fire at 9 p.m. They're like, Ryan, go to bed. I'm like, I did the thing I do at home with Mary. I'm like, I'm fine, I'm up. I'm watching the TV.
One eye's closed, you literally,
So I should have just gone to bed. But here's another thing about the trip. If folks out there, are lying to you and saying mosquitoes aren't out, I got to tell you, they're definitely out.
Sure.
So we stayed at the bunkhouse at the Clearwater Historic Lodge in the Outfitters. And I got to tell you, some of the best cookies I've ever had, too. We had some fresh cookies that they made after the fact. But here was our scene the night before we left in the bunkhouse. The mosquitoes there, I mean, you could tell that is a sink drain at the bottom, and that is just one of the mosquitoes above it. They did not care if you had a long sleeve shirt on, and they found any skin that you had.
I feel like if they got a bunch of their buddies, they could literally pick you up and lift you away. That's a big mosquito right there.
Yeah.
Not a fun time when it comes to that.
They were not deterred. So
No.
mosquito net was a big win. Very thankful I brought 2. I only needed 1, of course.
Okay.
But,
did those work for the most part, the mosquito net?
I think so. The most part would be if you're sitting by the fire. There's more like a nuisance, like the sound and being in your face. So, but they hit me everywhere else. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you have a favorite part and maybe the most hardest part of the trip?
I think the favorite part was it's always so hard to like share these photos, and obviously they probably look pretty, but just even trying to explain to others the beauty that is up there, because you're in these lakes and these Palisades and these tree lines are just so far above you, and you feel so small, and the sky is just this blue that you've never seen before. The sun is setting. I legitimately almost cried one night because we were sitting on the side of the cliff at our campsite watching the sunset.
Yeah.
At these beautiful hills. The wind was blowing, kind of making a sound I've never really heard before, and the leaves were rustling. It felt so good it felt very like I was much alive.
Yes,
you know?
You're part of nature. You're one with nature. Is it ever scary being up there and knowing that there's not really anything within miles of you folks?
I mean, like, to know that like there's things out there like bears and moose and whatnot. Fortunately, we didn't find them. But we got a good group, so I was very happy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you back, man. This is awesome.
Very happy to be back. And hey, good news and also sad news for our team here at Northern News Now. So if you don't know, Hunter and I are on the 4 p.m. newscast here on Northern News Now on the CBS side. And we do have some sad but fun news to share about one of our teammates before we head to break. Northern News Now's Natalie Hepner is going to be back on our morning show once again, where our coworkers Madison and Sydney are saying goodbye soon. So Natalie will now be leading our morning crew alongside our brand new morning anchor who we'll be meeting in the weeks to come.
Hey, at least she's staying with the station, so we'll get to see her all the time still, which is wonderful, but we're going to miss her on the 4 o'clock, that's for sure.
And our morning team, it's cool opportunity to lead them and to have that executive producing as well. So we love Natalie, and we're happy to share the final few weeks here on the 4.
She's going to be awesome on the morning.
Yeah, certainly will be. Well, hey, coming up, a tasty delivery arrives here in studio. We'll be back. Thanks for joining us today here on Northern Live. Welcome back, everybody. Got to tell you, a very tough part of our job is that sometimes we get stuff sent to us, and that includes an entire box of pretzels. Now, before we dig in, I do want to give a huge thank you to Knotty Pretzels for sending this our way. They told us the company was actually started by childhood friends named Sean and Casey, who turned a family recipe into what they call the official pretzel of beer, which is kind of a funny name. And, one of the best things about them is on the back of the pretzels here, if you can tell, Hunter, in the bottom right, they actually recommend beer pairings for each flavor that they have. So that's kind of a cool thing. I got smoky cheddar bacon as a flavor.
Yep, I've got honey mustard over here.
And also, I do have to give an admission as well. There's one thing of pretzels that did not make it here to the desk because I had the entire thing last night.
So what kind was that?
That was selfish of me. That was like a garlic and onion one. So my mouth did not smell great, but my tummy was very happy. So
that's salt and vinegar. What is that?
This is sea salt.
Sea salt. Okay.
So big thanks to Knotty Pretzels for sending them. You can find the full lineup knottypretzels.com. Knotty with a K. And if you're not big into salt, they got things like cinnamon sugar as well. And then of course a great one which pairs well with an Irish dry stout or a Belgian saison and an American pale ale, some ranch pretzels too.
Look at that.
And big shout out to Shania for capturing all that on camera.
That's absolutely amazing. That's some good camera work right there.
Mary told me that you can definitely have the bacon and cheddar one because she is a vegetarian.
Oh, that makes sense. I can definitely take those off your hands.
So we'll probably be digging into these during our next story that's coming up here.
I'm so excited. That's very, very cool. Thank you so much to Knotty Pretzels. When it comes to squirrels, they're definitely cute and they look cuddly, but in California, officials are warning people to stop treating them like pets.
Yeah, squirrels are making themselves at home in Santa Monica Park. Nicole Comstock takes a look at why it's becoming such a problem.
They've got a taste for treats, and they're certainly not shy about asking for more. The ground squirrels of Palisades Park in Santa Monica spend a lot of time swarming the grass looking for crumbs. Of course, when they're not soaking in some seaside views.
They're very dominant squirrels. This is their park. They've taken over.
Yeah, I almost stepped on one. Oh, there's one like right there. That's a big fatty. Sorry, big boned.
Visitors say they've never seen anything like it.
There were so many. They're super cute, but we were wondering, why they're everywhere.
The squirrels are native to the bluffs here where they burrow deep down into the cliffs, but their population has exploded in recent years, experts say, because well-meaning people keep feeding them junk food, effectively creating an abundant fake food supply for these wild animals. We found them munching on some cheesy crackers and even a packet of ranch dressing.
The problem is that it's always the food supply. everything is shelter and food with wildlife, or all animals actually.
Marcia Ryback is the director of Coast and Canyon Wildlife. She says any drastic measures to eradicate the squirrels simply wouldn't work, and that if people just stopped feeding them, their population would dwindle down naturally. We reached out to the city of Santa Monica to see if the population here is larger than it was last year when they posted signs asking people to stop feeding the squirrels, and to find out if they've caused any serious erosion since then. We're still waiting to hear back.
Well, I don't know if you've actually seen erosion caused by ground squirrels. I guess it could happen.
People visiting the park say they understand the challenges of protecting both the coastline and the little critters who inhabit it.
I do understand both sides, and you don't want to, totally go down the path of getting rid of what's naturally there. So
The inner child in me, is conflicted and likes the sentiment of cute animals.
I think they're fine. Leave the squirrels alone. Save the wildlife.
The squirrels just like junk food.
Yeah, let it be. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Shouldn't feed the Northern Life co-hosts as well, because they might just hang around for a little bit longer.
I gotta tell you, we did have some of these pretzels during the commercial break. Hunter had the ranch, and I had the bacon cheddar one.
So good.
Ideal.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully maybe we'll find a squirrel outside and see if they Minnesota squirrels are much like the California squirrels. Yeah.
I feel like also around here, our problem is like the seagulls. People feed the seagulls all the time.
Oh, hey, seagull, no such thing.
Gull. They're
Yeah,
gulls,
there you go.
right? Yes, they feed the gulls all around here. Got the French fries or whatever, and yeah, they hang around, and all of a sudden they're sitting on your car. There's about 6 of them. It's like, what? Oh, back off, everybody.
I know, and then I've seen people feeding geese too, and I
Yes.
just I don't know how I feel about that.
Get away from my car.
Please, not ideal. Well, if it feels like your stomach gets worse and more sensitive with age, and if you think that's you, you're not imagining it. Experts say digestion naturally slows down as we get older, which can lead to more bloating, heartburn, indigestion, and other stomach issues. Starts with a C. And changes in the digestive tract, certain medications, and lower activity levels can all play a role. And doctors say persistent symptoms should be checked out by a medical professional. Now, the story does have another story. I was in the Boundary Waters, not eating all sorts of food, and I came home and had 2 pizzas. And let's just say that, there's no pizza in the Boundary Waters.
No.
And so your stomach gets kind of used to that again.
It's amazing
Yeah.
how, the more, processed foods or whatever, you take those out for a little bit, put them back in. It's like, oh, that kind of wrecks my body a little bit.
Ouch. Gets to be a problem.
Yes.
And before we head to break here, let's talk about some robots who are getting smarter, and a new device could change how they learn. Check this out. Researchers at MIT have developed a wristband that lets users control a robotic hand in real time. The device using ultrasound and AI to read a person's muscle movements. And scientists say the goal is to make robots handle delicate tasks like household chores to even surgery.
Whoa, I can't imagine a robot doing surgery on me. I don't like that idea.
Stay away.
Yes.
Stay away. Well, coming up, a baby who is already making some bank. We'll see in a few.
Hey, big news for the North Star State. Gerber announced its 2026 Gerber baby as Cameron Chung from Minnesota.
Yeah,
Now,
good job, Cameron.
That's fantastic. Cameron is going to be stepping into the role of Chief Growing Officer and receive a $50,000 prize. Cameron was selected by Gerber after his family submitting photos and short stories that truly captured the hearts of everyday parenthood as part of the Behind the Baby campaign. What a cute little kid right there.
He's a cute kid, but I gotta push back on this. I gotta
Uh-oh.
say, what does Cameron's resume look like?
Yeah, what has he accomplished?
What years of experience? Skills? I don't know.
References?
Yeah,
You
what
know?
are his references like?
Yeah,
He's probably got 2.
Honestly,
Yeah,
yep. Call mom, call dad.
Yeah, I mean, grandparents probably too. Grandparents
Sure.
probably help, but
Yep.
no. All jokes aside, Cameron, good work. Good work.
What a cute little baby. Were you a cute baby as a kid? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Remember
I don't
those
know.
days?
I'll leave.
Back when you were
Gosh, I
4 or
remember
5?
how cute I used to be until what happened.
I
I
was
don't
a
know what
stud,
happened. Yeah, not a Gerber baby though.
No.
Congrats, Cameron. Let's take you to Oklahoma now, where a group of seniors are celebrating an undefeated season in their bowling league. Here's Ryan Gillen.
Okay, Carla, big strike, girl. Yeah, there we go.
Most championship teams have one thing in common.
All right, here we go. All right, let's get this game started.
They hate losing.
That's fair. We're very competitive.
And for the University Village Okies, keeping their win streak alive matters.
Can you pick up the spare?
Yeah. You bet. Very good. We're the champs of the city of Tulsa.
champs of the Tulsa Wee Bowling Senior Interleague for 6 seasons straight.
Practice makes perfect. It's true.
Dorothy remembers when they weren't always this good.
We weren't bad, but we just, we didn't know what we were doing, for one thing.
Until
I miss you in the neighborhood. Yeah. How are you? If he was ever going to get through loving everybody. Oh! Call 911. I was wrong.
Cecilia joined the team.
I had classes, and I would teach each one of them how to hold the remote. We learned a lot through the years by watching the other teams that were good about what to do.
Those teachings tapped into the bowler's potential, like for Dorothy, who gained a nickname for her play on the lanes.
I have no idea why she put Dangerous Dorothy, unless she thought that I was dangerous to bowl against.
These champions expect results, and the secret of success for the UV Okies is simple. Cheer for your friends, practice your shot, and never ever get comfortable with second place.
That's better.
In Tulsa, Ryan Gillen, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.
Okay.
I love it. I wish they had a league like that up here in the Northland.
I'd play that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing. They're getting strikes left and right.
Yeah,
Jeez.
also, Dangerous Dorothy. I don't know what makes her so dangerous.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. I don't want to mess with Dorothy. I'm going to leave Dorothy alone. But Shania was also pointing out that a lot of them don't have the wrist strap around.
Yeah, it's
kind
just
of
gonna,
dangerous.
It's just going to start flying.
You're right.
You don't want that.
No, take it easy.
Stay safe out there, folks.
Yep.
With grandmas coming up for me and a wedding as well, there was an Arizona couple that loves to run so much they didn't let a little thing like their wedding stop them from lacing up and crossing the finish line that day. Matt Sofa and Casey Joyner ran a half marathon just hours before saying I do, running such a big part of their lives, so they knew they wanted it to be a big part of their day. So after finishing the race, Casey raced off to get her hair and makeup done before meeting Matt at the altar, and safe to say, a couple had no cold feet that day.
That's absolutely amazing. I would be passed out on the couch after a run like that.
Yeah, especially the champagne toast.
Yes.
It'd be over for me.
No way.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm falling asleep. Well, hey, we'll show you what's coming up online, coming up in just a few.
Hey, when we see you after the show on northernnewsnow.com, we're going to be talking all about how snacking at night is causing some Americans a little bit of problems out there. Plus, there's a catch me if you can type moment in the airline industry involving a pilot with Air Canada. Very interesting stuff there, Ryan.
Yeah, and I do got to apologize for the folks at home. One of the videos I was trying to post before I left on vacation, I don't think it made it online. I made it on our Facebook page instead.
Oh.
And then I think I totally forgot to post the other Northern Life Online
Oh,
video. So
no.
I promise, in whatever way, this video is going to get posted at northernnewsnow.com. You have my word on it.
That's your Ryan half promise right there. Look out, folks. It's
I didn't
coming.
promise the other one.
No.
I'm sorry. I do apologize. But before we go, could the World Cup that's coming up lead to a baby boom? A new study suggests probably not. Researchers looked at every FIFA World Cup since 1930 and found that while winning the tournament often affected birth rates, it usually did not increase them. In fact, most championship years were followed by a decline in births. Scientists say the long-running World Cup baby boom story is more myth than reality.
Oh, so they're implying that people are just like super happy and
wow, what a joyous occasion.
Let's go and okay,
Right.
That makes sense. Wow, that's too bad that it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Dang, who knew? Hey, we love you all so much. Have a great day.
We'll catch you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.